Hey guys. Nope. It's never a good way to do this. Okay. Hey guys, it's Farah. Well, I'm Farah. So yes, I'm Farah. And I'm here to tell you my 18 and pregnant story. I don't really know where to start, so I guess I'll start... Where do you start? My boyfriend's name is Isaiah, and we've been together for almost 3 years. Okay. We've been together for almost 3 years. October 8th will be our 3-year anniversary. So yeah, I guess I'll just kind of tell you how I found out I was pregnant and go from there. So it was my second semester going to college, and something just did not feel right. I wasn't throwing up. My boobs were sore sometimes, but it wasn't like all the time. And my periods were always super late, so I never expected to be pregnant. But me and Isaiah were at a snow cone place and just eating snow cones, and I was telling him, man, like my boobs are really sore, and like I'm just tired all the time, because for the past probably month and a half I can't even explain how tired I was. I literally could not stay awake. Like I would fall asleep, like almost fall asleep standing in the shower, so I started sitting down in the shower. I could never go to bed early enough. I just never felt like I had enough sleep. And I would sometimes feel like nauseous, but I thought it was possibly because I had like an iron deficiency, so I was just like, it has to be that. And so I started taking iron pills, but it just did not help. Nothing helped at all. And so me and Isaiah are at the snow cone place, and I'm telling him, like, my boobs are really sore, and like I just never can get enough sleep, and I'm just really frustrated with how everything's going, because I'm just like, I don't feel myself, and I really think like I might be anemic. I'm pretty sure that is like the iron deficiency, and like I feel like I need to go to the doctor. And he's like, well, maybe you should take a pregnancy test. And I was like, I actually got really offended at him, because I was like, no, why would you even say that? Like, there's no way that I'm pregnant. Like, I can't be. And he was like, I'm just saying, like, maybe you should take one. Like, it's, you're experiencing some symptoms. And I'm just like, no, I'm not pregnant. Like, my periods are really irregular. I can't be pregnant. So please just don't say it again. And so we dropped the conversation, and so that night, like, I went to sleep, exhausted, and out of nowhere in the middle of the night, I felt like I had to throw up. Like, this has never happened to me before, and I just woke up, and I felt it coming up, and I went to the bathroom, and I didn't actually throw up, I don't think, but that had never happened before. And I was like, okay, something's up. Like, this, I don't just feel like I have to throw up, and I hadn't before. I was like, maybe I should just take a test. And so anyways, that morning I was kind of like nervous, because I was like, I had the like thought in my head, like, what if I'm actually pregnant? Like, what am I gonna do? And so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna freak myself out, because I had school that day. So I was like, before I go to class, I'll pick up a pregnancy test. It's gonna be negative, but I'll just pick it up. So I went to Walmart, and I bought like the really cheap 86 cents pregnancy test. So I went to class, and it kept like going on in my head. Like, I was like, okay, please, like, I can't be pregnant, please God, like, I cannot be pregnant. And so like I couldn't get it out of like my head. Like, I had to just go take the test. So I like left class, went to the bathroom, and it's one of those like tests where like you pee in a cup and like you have a little Doppler or whatever, and I think that's what it's called. And then you like do 3 whatever drops of pee, and I put it in and I put it on like the little like toilet paper thing, and I got all done and everything, and I went to go throw it away like without even really looking at it because I was just so sure I was not pregnant, kind of. And I saw that it was positive, and immediately my heart just started racing. I don't even, like, just nothing went through my head at that point, except I was like, oh my God, like, this, like, cannot be real. And I just, like, pretty much, not, like, fell to the ground, but I just, like, my legs gave out. And, I was just, like, I didn't cry, but I felt like crying. Like, I was just, like, I can't believe I'm pregnant, like, 18 years old, like, I'm just starting, like, finishing up my first year of school, and I couldn't even believe it. And so I messaged Isaiah. He was at work, and it was really difficult to get a hold of him at his job. And Isaiah, responded, and, he's like, hey, what's up? And I was like, I didn't even say anything. I just sent him a picture of the positive test. He just replied, he's like, is that, like, are we pregnant? And I was like, yeah, like, we're pregnant. I don't even know. Like, again, it was just, I had no clue what to say. I was upset and confused and just so many emotions. But it also explained a lot that was going on. I went back into class and couldn't get focused, and my professor saw that something was off with me, and she just kind of like came over to me. She's like, hey, like, if something happened, I'd understand it, like, if you just needed to go and take the day from like my class or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I need to go. And I just got up and I left, and I researched like the nearest free pregnancy clinic to like get a legit test. And so I went there. I found a place that was open that could like fit me in the same day. And I went there, and I was like so nervous. I was like, maybe it was a false positive. Like, I was just praying. I was like, I can't be pregnant. And so they took me in, had me pee in a cup, and then had me wait in this little room. The lady came back in, and she started asking me, what, like, are you looking to do, like, if you are pregnant, like, with the baby? And she's like, are you considering abortion, adoption, keeping it? And I was like, I'm not gonna abort, the baby. And I was like, I'm more than likely I'm going to keep it. And I knew, like, in my head I was gonna keep it. Just at that time, like, I couldn't even really fathom like what was going on. So she's like, all right, well, the test came back positive, very positive. You are pregnant. And I was like, oh my God. And I started tearing up. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna tell my parents, like, I'm just so young. And then she's like, do you want a sonogram? And I was like, yeah, like, I'd love to get one. And she's like, okay, well, we can do that for you. And she's like, let's get you all ready for a sonogram. And so I was like, all right. And so they take me into a room and lay me on the table and squirt the jelly on my stomach. And I saw his little arms, like, they looked like little sticks, but I saw them moving and his little feet kicking, and I heard the heartbeat. And I was just still in complete shock, but it was so amazing, like, to see him already, like, so developed. And I was like, how far along am I? Like, how long have I been pregnant? And they said I was 8 weeks pregnant. And still just couldn't even believe it. I'll make a separate video for how I told my parents, because that's just a whole story in itself. But long story short, I'm 18 and pregnant. I'm doing good. It took me a week to really actually realize that I was pregnant. Like, actually really, like, within myself, like, be okay and, like, okay, I'm pregnant, like, I'm a mom now. Yeah, everything is good now. I'm at peace with everything. So, but like I said again, I barely had any symptoms. The only symptoms I had really was being completely exhausted, and I still am to this day. And just for some reason, out of nowhere, that one night I felt like I had to throw up. And now that I think of it, like, my bladder, like, I woke up in the middle of the night and had to go to the restroom, which I never have to do, but I just didn't really think of it. But yeah, that is my story on how I found out I was pregnant. I'll be doing little vlogs here and there, and, you know, weekly updates. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for my other videos.